Hi, I'm Corinne Winter, Executive Director of Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our organization and how we help people who ride bikes. It's our goal to have 10% of trips taken by bike by the year 2025. We want to create communities where people have safe and convenient routes for bicycling, both for fun and for transportation. To do this, we work with agencies to improve and expand bike lanes and bike storage. We work with businesses to help them encourage their employees to bike to work. We work with transit agencies to get them to accommodate bikes on buses and trains. A few decades ago, getting bikes on Caltrain was a battle that drew together many advocates across Silicon Valley to form the Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition. At first, allowing bikes on the trains was an impossible thought. Then, it was completely dependent on a volunteer showing up to chaperone the bikes. If the volunteer didn't happen to show up that day, no bikes were allowed on the trains. Now there are multiple cars on each train dedicated to bikes on board, and still we need more room for bikes.
I ride from San Antonio to San Francisco. It's really nice to be able to bike from my house to the station and then from here to wherever else I need to go. It's a great thing. I love my commute. I've been doing this commute for 3.5 years. Thank you, Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition.
We initiated the Bay Area Bike Share program nearly 5 years ago in Silicon Valley. Bike share is important because it's like a gateway drug to getting people on bikes, and we hope that they'll get addicted. The program consists of 700 bikes at 70 stations across the region, with locations in San Jose, Mountain View, Palo Alto, Redwood City, and San Francisco. Intended to provide Bay Area residents and visitors with an additional transportation option for getting around the region. It's fun, it's easy, and it's affordable. We worked in partnership with many organizations and local government agencies, including VTA, Silicon Valley Leadership Group, the Air District, Samtrans, Caltrain, and all of the cities in which BikeShare is located to bring this program to the public. Additionally, we promote bicycle culture through events and activities like Bike to Work Day, Bicycle Friendly Workplace, and valet bike parking at a variety of events.
We take our bikes, we ride them over to the Stanford football game, so it's super easy to get over here. You don't have to worry about driving, finding a place to park, the bike's under the lights, so things are safe for the entire game. Don't have a thing to worry about. Makes it easy. Thank you, Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition. I appreciate it.
So I really appreciate the Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition is providing parking at the Stanford football games.
Okay. So do I.
Thank you, Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition.
We love you guys. Great work.
Yeah.
So it was great to be able to park here, have somebody watching our bikes while we watch Stanford beat up on Oregon, and not have to worry about parking or anything like that. So thank you very much. We appreciate it.
And I was able to ride my bike here from work and meet up with them for the game, and now we're going home.
Great. And how about you, kids?
Well, I live pretty close, and it's fun to be able to meet up with my friend here.
Yeah, I like being able to park my bike here without having the chance of it being stolen.
Thank you, Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition!
Like all organizations, we started small. In 2005, we hired our first full-time staff person. Now we have an office and 8 staff people. We try and practice what we preach. 2 years ago, when we moved into our current office, we moved everything by bicycle. Before telling you more about the work we do here at Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition, I'd like you to hear from some of the people we work with and the people we work for.
So my personal bike journey began when I started commuting on Caltrain and realized that I needed a last and first mile strategy So I got a folding bike, and that served me really well for a few years. Then I started working at the leadership group, and I traded up for a regular bike, used that for my daily commute, got some exercise to and from work. And then last year, I traded it in for an extra cycle so that I'd have room for my toddler. Throughout this, SVBC has been with me the whole way, advocating for me as a rider and also helping me with expertise on transportation issues for my day job.
I'm Carl Guardino, President and CEO of the Silicon Valley Leadership Group, but my other title is Bicycle Commuter. I commute by bike most days of the work week, 17 miles each way each day between San Jose and Los Gatos.
Terrific. And why is Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition important?
The Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition is important because whether it's policy or programs, whether it's education or advocacy, they continue to be the face and voice of the cycling community here in Silicon Valley. Commuters as well as recreational cyclists can depend on the Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition to carry the message of why we need safe routes to schools, to businesses, to entertainment centers, to make sure that Silicon Valley is a sustainable valley and is suitable for people in four wheels or in two wheels.
Terrific. And how do you like your bicycle corral?
At the Silicon Valley Leadership Group, we try to peddle what we preach. As CEO, I am a cyclist and commuter by bike on most days of the week, and I want that to be our culture here at the Silicon Valley Leadership Group. So on any given day, of our 23 full-time employees, usually somewhere between 8 and 10 are also cycling to and from work.
I'm Andy Ball. I am the president of Suffolk Construction. The bicycle has never been more relevant than it is today. The importance of being able to use a bicycle for the short commutes, that's 2 miles and less, and feel safe while you're doing that is really, really important. And the Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition is leading the way in making sure that we can have safe routes to schools, we can have bikes for our kids, we can feel safer on the roads. We're seeing the bicycle lanes going in. It's a wonderful organization advocating for all of us in making sure that we can ride our bike, commute with our bike, enjoy our bike, our kids can have their bikes, and we can feel safe doing it.
Hi, I'm Ashley Hernandez, the Safe Routes to School Program Coordinator. Our Safe Routes to School program has never been more successful. We currently serve 40 individual schools, and we reached over 6,000 kids last year in San Jose, Santa Clara, Los Altos, East Palo Alto, Belmont Redwood Shores, Millbrae, Pacifica, and Foster City. We continue to grow each year. It's incredibly rewarding watching how exciting the kids get during the bicycle rodeos, weaving through the cones and going over the teeter-totter. Not long ago, half of the children got to school by walking or biking. Today, only 15% of school children get to school by walking or biking. This is an international movement taking place in over 40 countries and in all 50 states to reverse this trend by aiming to promote more biking and walking through increased safety, awareness, and education.
In many of the schools in which we work, we come across students who have never even learned to ride a bicycle. And this is not just elementary school students, but middle school students as well. These are kids who have never been given the opportunity to learn about the freedom and joy a bicycle can bring. In our area, highway crossings are a huge barrier to people riding their bike. Parents discourage their kids from riding to school if they have to cross a highway barrier, and many adults tell us that they're just not willing to ride to work if there's a highway that they need to cross. That's why making highway crossings safer is a huge priority to us. Several years ago, a woman was killed at the Alpine Road undercrossing under 280. Her husband Bob reached out to us to see if we could help make that intersection safer. Today, we finally see the fruit of our labor at that underpass. It took several years of work, but it all finally paid off with a bright green dedicated bike lane, making it safer to cycle and encouraging more people to ride. Working with Bob inspired us to start up our Vision Zero campaign. We don't want to see any cyclists dying on the roadways. Cycling is a relatively safe and very healthy activity. Still, so many people are afraid to ride their bike because they feel too vulnerable on the road. We are working with a team of agency leaders to survey intersections that show higher crash rates and to identify safety improvements for those places in particular. Luckily, it does not always take a tragedy to effect change. Sometimes it's as easy as having the right conversation at the right time with the right person. We knew the repaving schedule for the city of San Jose, and after talking with the head of the DOT, he decided to incorporate new bike lanes downtown. A few months later, we had 8 miles of downtown streets with brand new 6-foot protected bike lanes.
The Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition donates bikes to kids and families that can't afford them, utilizing volunteers to repair bicycles. Volunteers also donate parts to repair bikes, including wheels, drivetrains, frames, forks, tires, and a wide variety of tools critical to repairing bikes and making sure that they are safe to ride.
Hi, my name is Colin Haney. I'm Deputy Director here at Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition. I'd like to talk to you about an initiative we did lately where we worked with CCAG in San Mateo County and the Board of Supervisors to get them to fund an active transportation coordinator. Now this is crucial because the position exists in almost every other Bay Area county, and we really needed somebody to take charge in San Mateo County to connect bicycle infrastructure throughout the county. This is going to be absolutely pivotal for our upcoming initiatives to connect the counties and the cities throughout the counties on El Camino Real. Have you ever ridden a bike on El Camino Real? It is a very busy roadway, but it's a thoroughfare for many bicycle commuters. We want to make it safe for everybody to use. We have cars already on 280 and 101 and Central Expressway moving in mass numbers at high speeds. We want to make El Camino a route that connects communities and is a safe and comfortable place for bicyclists to ride.
We want to create a trend. We want cities adding lanes and secure bike parking every day. We want a Silicon Valley in which every time you turn around, there's a new lane, new paint, and more people riding. We can't do any of this alone. In addition to our staff of 8, we boast 1,400 members who add to our voice and help us accomplish our goals. We are a coalition, after all, which means that our work is the result of hundreds of people working together to give the bike a fighting chance in Silicon Valley and the peninsula. By volunteering at an event, joining a local team, or even just attending one city meeting, our members make our presence count, from Gilroy to Daly City. On behalf of all of us at Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition, ride safely, and thank you for your continued support.
Ride back to work and play. Ride strong to every day. Show you how. Hey, hey, ride, it's for everyone. Ride, come on, and join the fun. Ride, learn the safety code. Gonna share the road.